to maintain success through the year.
Well, this is the time for coaches to experiment with lineup combinations. And for the players, it's important they learn each other's tendencies and try and work on building chemistry.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Underneath in the post, it's Siakam and Achua. And Van Vliet out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Toronto. Here's Anunoby. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
To the paint. Here's D, and he jams it with authority.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's D, covered by Van Vliet. Whistle blow.
I can't watch this trash anymore, MP. You stink.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Siakam looking around. Pass to Van Vliet. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Now, Fred Van Vliet has become a true impact player. This guy remarkably consistent from deep.
And looking back on that Toronto run, Pascal Siakam, Doris, was a big piece to that puzzle.
There's no question about it. They allowed that young man to flourish in transition. He was a tremendous defender for the group. He was a big-time part of that title.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this one.
Excellent D there from G.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Fires from deep. The shot will not fall. And Toronto will come the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Van Vliet passes to Achua. The 3. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And they take the lead. D's got his second bucket.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich, showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Siakam against Bagley. Good on the bucket.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
The Pistons have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. To the middle, and stolen by Siakam. Van Vliet left side. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pass to D. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for...
To the rag, and where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now here's Van Vliet. This game we saw him score 14.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how get things started. He just can't make a shot.
The Raptors have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter.
Boy, at his size, Fred Van Vliet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
And he drives in. Turing, and he banks in the layup. Turing's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Siakam against Bagley. Got a hand on it. Here's D. A 26-point game for him in the win against Boston. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Now here's Van Vliet. D right on him. Here's D. A second chance effort, and it's laid in by Bagley.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here's Siakam. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for Toronto. They trail by 6. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Pistons team.
And we'll see if anything's different this year, because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series.
Cade Cunningham out there with D. Then it's Bagley. Then it's Duren. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. I mean, knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
Bagley against Siakam. And
they are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And the Pistons making a change here. Ivy's checked in. Yep, it counts. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. The pass to Achua. Back to Van Vliet. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Van Vliet's got 7 points.
Well, you're really impressed with the growth of Fred Van Vliet as a scorer. This guy's so coachable, so willing to take what the defense gives him, knocks down the jump shot.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, and we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, D.A. Thank you so much.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Here's D, covered by Van Vliet. They get the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Raptors trail by 6. Siakam, the bounce pass. Here's Anunoby. No good off the back of the rim.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. On the wing, Anunoby. Down low, Siakam. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Bagley. And the Raptors doors with one of the elite front offices recognized in the...
As well, remember a recruitment battle, not just with the NBA, but English soccer to keep their leadership intact. But the track record is there to justify that top billing, no doubt about it.
Here's Van Vliet. It's deflected. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. That's in. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bagley against Siakam. Looking to end the run. And the rebound goes to the Pistons.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And it's D missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Van Vliet against Bagley. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. And again, no good by Toronto.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
There's the three, and he gets it to go. No problem on the three from G. The Raptors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Siakam. Plays it up and banks it in. Siakam's got 4 this quarter.
Well, desire. Pascal Siakam has a ton of that. He's overcome so much in his life. You think a little bump in the road is going to stop him?
Trent with the double team. Ivy passes to D. He kicks to Ivy. Shot clock at 6. Pass to D. From deep. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Van Vliet deciding where to go with it. Passes it to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Siakam finds Van Vliet. From deep, Trent. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 7th rebound here tonight. D passes to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease to throw that one down.
To the inside, Van Vliet. Chalk up 2 there. Van Vliet's got 9 points.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, a 12-point game. And Fred Van Vliet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin Van Vliet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load, increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
Siakam's shot is off.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's D. Drains the 19-footer. D's got 20.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Siakam outside. .131 left in the second quarter. A dunk by Achua.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Duran slams it in.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. And here is Achua. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. D passes to Bogdanovich. Here's D. Drills it from outside. He's got 23.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Doesn't go for him. Solid defense there from G. Pistons leading by 15. Bagley the screen. D passes to Bogdanovich. That 3 off the mark.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Pass to Van Vliet. Shoots. It's deflected. And so it's the Detroit Pistons. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback. One side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Underneath in the post, it's Siakam and Achua. Anunoby out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Porter in at the small forward position.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Bagley with a screen on VanVleet. D passes to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, just great instincts there in the pick and roll. Like how fierce Bagley cuts after setting the pick.
Siakam against Bagley. From the baseline. And the shot is long.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
D passes to Ivy. The Pistons rebound. Now the pass to D. Here's the screen. Pass to Duren. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Duren's got 10.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And the Raptors also making a change. Boucher is checked in. Achua kicks to Boucher. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Wiseman. Rebound by the Raptors. Achua's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now VanVleet. He's got 9. It's stolen by Wiseman. Bogdanovich passes to Duren. The Pistons working the ball around now. From deep three-point range. Rebound by the Raptors.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit of a head-scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
VanVleet outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. 12 points for him.
Boy, it's going to take more than that to shut down Fred VanVleet. This guy too tough, able to make contested shots.
There's a good screen. D passes to Duren. Here's D. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Raptors trail by 12.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times. And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Rick. It's been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. And looking at the Pistons' recent performance, Greg, which end would you want to see improve first?
Kevin, I'd have to say defense. More stops means more chances in the open floor, and it would help them keep games competitive.
Passes it to Ivy. Inside, here's D. Banked in off the glass. D's got 25 points in the game.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Here's Banton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Here's Anunoby. Here's Young. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots.
Inside. I think any time you can stretch your NBA career over a decade, that is a serious accomplishment. Consider Thaddeus Young, 16th year in his career. Incredible.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart comes in for Bogdanovich. And Diallo subbed in for Ivy.
I got him.
Diallo against Trent. To the middle. Here's Young. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 7 points.
As for Thaddeus Young, a big contributor everywhere he's gone.
Greg, this guy, 13 straight years, averaging double digits in scoring. He was a starter in many of those seasons, and now kind of assumes that role of the grizzled veteran, passing on all that hard-earned wisdom.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And it's plays like that, Kevin, that show you why they are so far ahead. Didn't settle for anything outside and went right to the rim.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials. Good on the second free throw. And Greg, beyond the lottery picks, this Pistons team has a lot of young players looking to make a name for themselves.
Second-round picks are guys let go by their first team. There's an underdog quality to the roster, guys hungry to prove they belong. And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Trent against Cunningham. And the Raptors miss again. Pistons leading by 16. Stewart a screen. To the paint. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Stewart's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Banton. Nice D from G. 1:44 left in the third. Back to Diallo. Here's D. Buries the long-range jumper. D's got 28.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Cunningham against Trent. Young, a screen on Cunningham. Trent. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And finished off by Wiseman.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And 1:01 left to play in the third. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Trent against Cunningham. And oh boy.
You got octopus arms, MP.
Here's D, covered by Van Vliet. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. 14 points here for Jalen Duren. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. We've got Isaiah Stewart. G out there with Ivy. Then there's Bojan Bogdanovich. And it's Duren in at center. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. Pass to Ivy. Stewart with the screen on Trent. Ivy with the bucket. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Detroit.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
Here's D, covered by Van Vliet. Duran, he just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
And the foul called on Bojan Bogdanovic. That is it.
That's a foul? You've got to be kidding me.
The refs see the game. I guess always looking for that edge.
Yeah, Kevin, I think it's a great idea because philosophically sometimes as the rules evolve, players got to learn how to evolve with them. So not getting the calls you might expect, also how you communicate with officials. I think all of that stuff plays a big role in just furthering that dynamic between the officials and the players.
Stewart with the screen on Van Vliet. D passes to Stewart. Here's D. Three-pointer. Can't get the chip in. Now here's Van Vliet. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Boucher. Porter in the corner. 6 to shoot. The shot. Van Vliet can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 21. Here's D. Out left to the wing. Stewart passes to D. Back to Stewart. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Bagley's checked in. And then for Toronto, Achua, he's checked in for Young. And Anunoby subbed in for Trent. Now, here's Anunoby. Van Vliet outside. Launches a three. He can't get it to go. And it's Detroit the other way. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Outside, Bagley. Nice ball movement by Detroit. We know the NBA is exploring alternate broadcasts for selected games, allowing users to pick their commentators. Detroit takes this one by a big margin, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.